Hello, incredible people. Welcome to On with Orient, sharing information that people want to know. I am just delighted that you have joined me this evening. And I just want to let you know that I am very thankful. I give God the praise, glory, and the honor for all that He's doing in my life and in yours also. So we want to go ahead and get started. And I have a topic this evening that touched every American. Not just because it's a holiday, but because it's Juneteenth Day 2026. And so I am delighted to have you all to visit. And also, I want to actually just tell you to like, share, and subscribe to every video that I put out because that's the way the world will get out and know what's going on. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I just want to let you know that I did not know about Juneteenth until I became an adult. And that was when I lived in Norfolk, Virginia. I was going to Bishop Amos Church. And that's how I found out about it because I grew up in an area where it was integration and I went to a school that was mixed. And that's not something that they taught us. It was not something that I was educated to. And I missed a lot of that, but that's okay. I caught up. And I really enjoyed this day. So I want to go ahead and get started and tell you about the true story of Juneteenth, what it all is all about. Okay? So, first of all, Juneteenth commemorates June 19, 1865, when Union troops arrived in Galveston, Texas, to announce that enslaved people were free. This occurred more than 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation in 1864 to 1865. Despite the delay, this grassroots celebration became America's second Independence Day, honoring resilience and the end of slavery. What are the very good facts about Juneteenth? Well, Juneteenth, observed annually on June the 19th, commemorates the effective end of slavery in the United States. What a blessing. Hallelujah. It marks the day of 1865 when Union troops arrived in Galveston, Texas to announce the freedom of enslaved Black Americans, more than 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was issued by President Lincoln. President Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation on January 1st, my birthday, January 1st, in 1863. But the news did not reach enslaved people in Texas until Union Major General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston on June the 19th, 1865, to enforce it and the end of the Civil War. While celebrated in Black communities for over 150 years, Juneteenth originally became the first new federal holiday since the adoption of Martin Luther King's Day. Very interesting. President Joe Biden assigned the Juneteenth National Independence Day Act into law on June 17, 2021. Yes. Historically significant, Juneteenth is often referred to as America's second Independence Day, as I said before. Historically, after gaining freedom, Black Texans pooled resources to purchase land, such as Emancipation Park in Houston, specifically to host safe and open Juneteenth celebration. Because even though we celebrated, there were still people who were against us having that holiday. Juneteenth is a blend of June and Juneteenth, which commemorates June 19th, 1865. The Emancipation Proclamation, again, is January 1st, 1863. And that, again, was the President Lincoln issued the decree declaring that all enslaved people in Confederate states in rebellion were legally free. Because the Texas was geographically isolated and had a minimum Union troops present, the Emancipation Proclamation was widely ignored or pressed by enslavers. Again, General Orders Number 3, June 19, 1885, Following the end of the Civil War, Union Major General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston Bay and read General Orders Number 3. It declared the people of Texas free and established absolute equality of rights between former enslavers and the enslaved. What is the origin of the Juneteenth name? Well, Juneteenth is a portmanteau, a combination of words June and Juneteenth. It also known as the Freedom Day or Emancipation Day. The date again on June 19, 1865, Granger delivered the General Number 3, officially informing Texas residents that all enslaved people were free. The linguistic blend. The word Juneteenth is a Black English contraction combining June and Juneteenth, which developed among the new free Texans. It serves as a marker for the end of the Civil War and the former liberation of over 250,000 enslaved people in Texas. Can you believe that? Who were the last to be freed after the Confederates surrendered. Juneteenth marks the liberation of the last remaining enslaved Texans, as I said before. This was like 2.5 years later, which is something to think about. It signifies the expectedness end of slavery in the United States, acting as a day of celebration, Black liberation, resilience, and the reminder of the ongoing struggles for racial equality today. Driven by grassroots efforts, Texas became the first state to make Juneteenth an official state holiday, federal holiday in 2021. After decades of advocacy, Juneteenth was officially signed into a federal holiday by President Joe Biden on June 17, 2021. What a blessing. Historically, Juneteenth celebration have focused on self-determination, resilience, and Black cultural heritage. Traditional festivities include family gatherings, community cookouts, historical readings, prayer services, and word read to symbolize the resilience of enslaved ancestors. To learn more about the grassroots originates of Juneteenth and how formerly enslaved people reclaimed their narrative, check out the resources from the National Museum of African American History and Culture. For a brief, engaging look at the historical timeline leading up to General Granger's arrival in Galveston and the significance of that day. I hope very much that you all got a chance to go to Norfolk, Virginia, or those that live in the area between today on Juneteenth celebration. They had an opening for people to come and to get free food, to hang out, and to just have all kinds of festivities. That was today from 11 to 3 o'clock, and it was on 1150 East Little Creek Road in Norfolk, Virginia. So anyway, I just want to say thank you, because this is a day that everybody is celebrating. It became a national holiday, as I said, by our President Biden, and I'm very thankful to that. And we plan to keep it a national holiday, just like many other African-American things that we contribute to the United States. So again, thank you for joining me. Hallelujah, bless this day, and I'm excited about it. So again, have a beautiful day. God bless you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.